Today at Bailey's, we're going to go over blueprinting. So my name's Tanner, I'm the production manager here. And we're just kind of going to go over what our process is for labeling everything on a vehicle when we get into it and what we're going to do on the repairs. We always start by having some hash marks. And this is just going to give us some basic information as to what we're doing with the vehicle, when the vehicle's in, when the customer expects it back, who the insurance company is, just some general information about the job as a whole. So just some basic information we have on the job. We have the vehicle when it was in the shop, when the customer dropped it off for us to start the repairs or to start the disassembly process. And then when the customer is expecting the vehicle is also listed on here. We always list our estimator name on there just to see who to reference for customer contact. And then the pre-scan and post-scan, we always mark if it's done, who did it. And then the paint code, if there's any sublets that we need to schedule for the vehicle, who the insurance company is, and then if we're approved for the initial estimate or the supplement. So just so there's nonverbal communication that anyone that looks at this job knows what's going on for the most part. So on this job, we're gonna end up taking the bumper off, taking the impact bar off, taking the headlights out. We're gonna have to get a clear idea as to what's going on with this entire job. There's gonna be other damage going on here. So once we get to the part, we'll document everything and start our supplement process. So now that our vehicle's blueprinted, everything that we need to know about this job should be identified based on what's marked on the vehicles. The technician should know exactly what's expected of them when it comes to disassembling the vehicle, what we're going to be doing, the things that we're asking the customer on, we're waiting on approval, and the things that are unrelated. So if I have a technician that comes up and asks if we're blending this hood, if we're fixing those scratches, if it's circled pink, leave them alone. They don't have to ask any questions, that's just how it is. So unfortunately with this one, it's an older vehicle, it's probably gonna total out. So once we get to the part, we'll still document everything, do our whole process, but this one's not looking like it's gonna be repairable within the value that it's worth. So now that we've got the vehicle apart, we're going to begin the supplement process. Now that we're able to see all of the damages, we've got everything apart. We've got everything labeled on a cart to where we can see all the parts that are damaged. So clearly the impact bar needed to go. Some of these plastic pieces, both the headlights have broken brackets. Some of these things that we weren't able to see on the initial estimate when it came in. Another example of that would be this air duct for the air intake being all cracked. That's not something that you're going to see when the vehicle comes in. Once we get to the part, we can find all the hidden damage. That way there's no surprises later on. So that was just a kind of a quick overview of what our blueprinting process looks like. If you guys have more interest on what goes on behind the scenes with the repair process, just drop us a follow. And if you want work done right, just take it to Bailey's.